NBA records that will never be broken. I have some idea of some of them. Let's get right into it.
From the longest shot in NBA history to the biggest loss ever. These are NBA records that'll never be broken.
I didn't know about that one.
And
Let's
first,
see.
we got a shot so impossible, it set an unbreakable record.
Giddy's got to get it in. No timeouts. The ball's inbounded to Shea. Temple did not foul. It's Shea. 10 with 1.4 seconds.
And you know what's interesting about that? He was trying.
The game winner. Devontae Graham stuns him in Oklahoma City.
That shot was from 61 feet away, making it the longest game-winning buzzer beater ever. Damn, this guy set a record in the blink of an eye. And so did James Curry, because this man had the shortest NBA career of all time. See, in 2010, after 3 years of trying to join the league, James finally got his big break, signing a 10-day contract with the Clippers. And on January 25th, 2010, he suited up for his first game ever, thinking it was the beginning of an amazing career. But instead, it was the end.
I mean, it can't really be an amazing career if he's getting into the NBA by signing a 10-day contract. Let's be real. Let's be real. Seriously.
With 3.9 seconds left in the third quarter, Curry substituted for Chris Kaman, which marked Curry's first ever appearance in an NBA regular season game.
That single clip was his entire NBA career, because right after, James got cut from the Clippers. My boy only lasted 3.9 seconds. Even I can last longer than that. But what I can't do is step to Rasheed Wallace, because this guy set records for being the angriest player of all time. See, when Sheed was in the league, he was a psycho. He beefed with other players, screamed at his teammates. I mean, no one was safe, not even the cameramen. But there was one group of people that Rasheed really hated. The referees. Because every time they blew the whistle, he got triggered.
Bryant on the drive, gets to the basket. Lost it out of bounds. He is hot.
That's Kobe.
And a technical foul. Down.
Yeah, it was on sight. That's why Rasheed went on to set not one, but two unbreakable records. The most technical fouls in a single season with 41, and the most total ejections in NBA history with 29. And he doesn't even regret it.
Yo, I ain't got no love for them cats. Y'all cats is out there cheating. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all everything I got. And guess what? You gonna hear what I gotta say. I don't care about no fine. Because with me, it wasn't about the money. Because you can't control me with the money. That's what they think they could do. Oh, I'm going to give you a tech. Go ahead, tech me. But guess what? You only got that power for 48 minutes. What about when we offer this court and I see your ass?
Jesus, this man stayed freaking out. But Calvin Murphy just stayed freaking. Because this man holds...
That show is actually funny. They actually have a curse word, something there. That is interesting.
The record for having the most kids of any NBA player. Yeah, Calvin played 13 years in the league, and the only thing he swung around more than this baton was his because not only did this guy have 14
kids. This music that is playing at the background. This is what is that guy's name again? The guy that used to do, that black man that used to do relationship stuff on YouTube that passed away, I think last year or so. Yeah, Kevin Samuels, yeah. This is his music, right? This has to be his music. This is his music.
Kids, but it was with 9 different women. 9. My God.
Definitely.
Calvin was shooting shots on and off the court. But Steve...
The music actually matches with that story.
Steve Nash was shooting shots with his own teammates, and it led to the weirdest record in NBA history. See, in the 2000s, Nash and the Phoenix Suns had a close bond, and I mean real close. Because during one of his games, a Suns reporter noticed that Steve would high-five, fist bump, and even booty slap his teammates every chance he got, like an unhealthy level. So in 2009, the University of California, Berkeley started tracking every game that Steve played, studying his every move, until eventually they discovered that Steve had set a record no one will ever touch.
Amari, how many times on average do you think Nash gives you guys high fives out there?
Oh, high fives. We get high fives from Steve probably every after every play, 2-3 times play. So the numbers I can't even imagine.
My guess is probably 173.
Like 15 or 16 times.
239 is the actual answer.
239?
This man high-fived his teammates 239 times per game. And if he averaged that his entire career, that means in total, Steve gave out an insane 290,000 high fives.
What the hell?
Damn, this guy's out of hand. But Baron Davis's
out
record
of hand.
was out of nowhere. Because in 2001, he hit the longest shot in NBA history.
Nashburn, who could run the baseline. Davis, that'll be counted on a shot attempt. Oh, it's got to go.
89 feet at the buzzer. Man, that shot was pretty. But Charles Barkley's record is ugly, cause it got his ass embarrassed in front of millions. See, when Chuck retired, he finished his career with the worst three-point percentage ever, 26.6%.
Wow.
And everyone clowned him for it. But there's one man who did him the dirtiest. His Inside the NBA co-host, Ernie Johnson, who, despite never playing in the NBA, has made fun of Chuck non-stop, to the point where in 2016, Charles put his foot down, challenging Ernie to a three-point contest to try and prove him wrong. But unfortunately for Chuck, this was a huge mistake.
Damn.
All right.
I didn't know about this. Wow. Whoa.
All right, 2-2.
Damn.
Yep. Yep.
Woo.
Nope. Yep.
What the hell? This is embarrassing. Woo. Damn. Whoa. Look at Ernie Johnson just hitting net, not hitting nothing but nets. Woo.
We
Whoa.
got one more rack? One more rack. What do we got? 10-5? It's
Damn.
over?
Woo.
He left the door open, bro, you chump!
Ah! Whoa! Ah!
It's over, ladies and gentlemen!
It's over!
God damn, Ernie was cooking. But Joel Anthony was just looking, cause this guy set an unbreakable record for literally doing nothing. Yeah, in 2011, the Heat were taking on the Blazers, when, with 4 minutes left in the first quarter, Joel checked in, expecting to make his teammates proud. But instead, he played 29 minutes without recording a single stat. 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, and 0 blocks. Yeah, this guy was just running around and playing with himself. But Ish Smith was playing with others, as this man holds the record for being the biggest hoe in NBA history. See, in 2022, Ish did something that no player had ever done before, cause after being traded to the Nuggets, in what was the 7th trade of his career, he broke the all-time NBA record for the most teams a player has ever played for.
What do we got? All right, there it is. The Rockets, Grizzlies, Warriors, Magic, Bucks, Suns, Thunder, Pelicans, Sixers, Pistons, Wizards, and Hornets. Now,
This guy's a
you
wonder.
may not remember that Warriors stint because it was only 6 games. But, there's a few of those in there.
He keeps the job, man. He keeps
Hey,
the job, keeps
I ain't mad
food
at
on
you.
the table, keeps money coming in, and he's very solid.
He is.
He just happens to bounce around a lot. So, best of luck to him on number 13. Lucky 13.
Lucky 13.
13 different teams. This dude's passed around more than Kendall Jenner. But at least he didn't get his back blown out. Cause that's exactly what happened to the OKC Thunder. Back in December of 2021, Thunder walked onto the court and proceeded to take the biggest beatdown in NBA history.
Dylan Brooks got by Dort. Jarrett to the glass.
A good offensive rebound. 3 turnovers for 7 points early for the Thunder.
Tails. Tyus floats, hits Melton. Has a straight line drive, and he back the screen.
Wow.
Jarrett, a topside 3. Hits through. Jarrett, another 3. Down the well.
My
Culver
God.
for 3. Yeah, the Grizzlies. Tilly, a floater like this. Lob for Culver.
It'll be an NBA record margin of victory for the Grizzlies, 73 points, the highest scoring game in franchise history.
That night, the Thunder took the fattest L the NBA has ever seen, losing by an all-time record, 73 points. 73. Jesus, man, that should count as 2 L's. But Michael Jordan is counting W's, because he's had the most game-winning buzzer beaters in NBA history.
Jordan to the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over. Seconds.
That particular clip is always so funny because when Jordan punches the air like that and that guy goes on the ground, you think he actually punched that guy.
Look at Jordan, time winding down. Michael for 3. Yeah! 3, 2, 1. Let's slide. Slide! Jordan for the win. Winding down for the win. Here's Jordan. The king moves up at the buzzer. Jordan for the win. Got it!
Man.
9 game-winning buzzer beaters. Damn, this man Jordan's got the clutch gene. But he doesn't always stay winning, because he's got one record that left a stain on his legacy. See, in 2010, Jordan had nothing left to prove on the court, so he started chasing records off of it, officially becoming the owner of the Charlotte Bobcats. And while he was hoping to turn the franchise around and possibly even win him a ring, Jordan did anything but that, because just a couple of years later, his Bobcats went on to have the single worst season in NBA history, finishing with just 7 wins.
And the funny thing is that they weren't even trying to tank. They were not even trying to tank during that season. I mean, like, now teams actually start out the season planning on tanking, and they can't even lose well enough. This ones, they weren't trying to tank. I can remember it very well. They weren't trying to tank.
59 losses. Yeah, they lost.
Or maybe they were and we didn't know. You know, teams these days don't actually try to hide it that well. But maybe teams those days, they knew how to hide it, but we just didn't know.
90% of their games. But it gets even more embarrassing, because after that, the Bobcats were clowned so hard, Jordan was left with no choice but to rename the team. The record stung so bad, they changed their name to the Hornets. But what really stung was Ben Wallace's record, because his free throw record got him laughed off the court.
Okay.
See, the easiest thing you can do in the NBA is hit a damn free throw. I mean, on average, players make at least 78% of them. But for some guys, the free throw line is their enemy. Like, Andre Drummond once missed 23 free throws in a single game, the most ever. Shaq barely made half of his free throws, making only 52%. But the worst free throw shooter of them all is Ben Wallace, at just 41%. And this man's misses were so bad, it's just ridiculous. Jesus, is this guy drunk? While Ben's shot was off, the Rockets' shot was broken, because they set an embarrassing record that cost them a championship. See, back in 2018, the Rockets found themselves in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals.
Horrible.
One win away against the Warriors for a chance to become NBA champions. And at tip-off, people were expecting fireworks from the Rockets. But what they got instead...
And they played at home as well, which is... I know they didn't have Chris Paul, but man, they played at home. And they could actually have won that game if they even shot average. Not their own average, not their own, because Rockets were 3-point bombers that season. But even if they could have even shot league average, not their own average, just their league average would have been enough for them to win this game.
Was one of the biggest choke jobs in sports history, because Houston set an all-time NBA record for the most missed threes in a row.
Harden behind the screen, picks up on Harden, knocked the ball.
He wasn't getting free throws. That is the reason.
Harden in there.
This is the reason why James Harden has never really performed in the playoffs. His game depends on free throws just way too much. Just way too much. Depends on free throws. That's why in the playoffs, referees used to swallow the whistle a bit more than the regular season. That's why most of those shots he just made right now, if that was regular season, those would have been called. Actually, during that time that Harden was the guy, the scoring champion guy, those would have been called during the regular season. But because of the fact that is in the playoffs and referees swallow the whistle just a bit more. You know, look at that. Those are clearly free throws for Harden in the regular season.
And Gordon for three. Harden
in their grill.
Here's Harden. Tucker deflected out about corner. Harden shoots it. Team from the field shoots for three.
Look at this. And they were still leading. They were still leading. Look at this. They were still leading. This is crazy. Just league average. League average would have been enough. Seriously. League average would have absolutely been enough. And the Warriors had Durant. I mean, this is crazy. The fact that the Warriors could not even score that much in the third quarter is actually shocking.
Ariza again. Straight doing it here. Here's Johnson for three. Pops it out to Gordon for three. During the season, it's Harden forced on a step back three.
Lead by the three, die by the three.
Cannot find the range. Is there a point, Reggie, where you stop shooting?
Rockets crashed and burned, missing 27 straight threes and being eliminated from the playoffs. Man, Houston had a big problem. But hey, the entire NBA.
Yeah, Chris Paul would have been feeling very, very. I think with Chris Paul in that team, they would have won the title. You know, he's always so unlucky, and I guess it's karma because Chris Paul, to be honest, is a very dirty player. He's a very, very dirty player. He has made a lot of dirty plays in his career. Sometimes I'm shocked that he's even allowed to be like the president of Players Association or something like that. I mean, it's ridiculous. The guy is so dirty. So I guess maybe that's his karma, hitting him, always getting injured at the most vital times.
NBA has an even bigger problem, and his name is LeBron James, because the King has the most unbreakable records of all time. See, LeBron's been making NBA history since day one, becoming the first player to win Finals MVP with 3 different teams, the only player to drop 40-plus points.
That is not a record. No, I'm not going to have that. That is not a record. That is just you being a wanderer. Stacking teams, who going around different teams, trying to stack teams. That shouldn't be a record that someone should be looking at like, oh, it's almost the same thing as having the most turnovers or the most missed shots. It's not something that is supposed to be, oh, I mean, that is ridiculous. You shouldn't count that one.
Points against every single team. And hell, LeBron's even played an NBA record 19 straight All-Star games. Yeah, the man's been king, but in 2023, he set his most unbreakable record to date, passing the one and only Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points in NBA history.
This is just because he was never injured in his prime. Most of the other superstars have had some long-term injuries. Lebron has never had bad long-term injuries, and he has been able to last for a very long time. Good for him, I guess. This is a longevity record.
Looking for James. He's got it. Coming to the end of the third quarter. LeBron James, a shot at history. LeBron stands alone. The NBA's all-time scoring record now belongs to LeBron James.
A record that has stood for nearly 40 years, which Kareem, many people thought would never be broken. LeBron?
It will be broken again very, very soon. With the rate at which the NBA is going, with no defense, no nothing, it's going to be broken very soon.
You are the NBA's all-time scoring leader. Congratulations.
I just want to say thank you to the Laker faithful. You guys are one of a kind. To be able to be in the presence of such a legend and great as Kareem, it means so much to me. It's very humbling. Please give a standing ovation to the captain, please. To my beautiful wife, my daughter, I
have to say, he has a very fine wife. I don't know whether that is allowed to say. these days I'm actually confused as to what someone can actually say online these days, but I think you can compliment someone's wife without wanting to do anything, right?
You boys, my friends, my boys, my family, my mother, everybody that's ever been a part of this run with me the last 20 years, 20 plus years. I just want to say I thank you so much, because I wouldn't be me without y'all. All y'all help, all y'all passion, all y'all sacrifices helped me get to this point. And to the NBA, to Adam Silver, to the late, great David Stern, I thank you guys so much for allowing me to be a part of something I've always dreamed about. And I would never, ever in a million years dreamt this even better than what it is tonight. So, man, thank you guys.
38,388 points and counting. That's not just unbelievable, that's unbeatable. In fact, there ain't a player in the league that's even close to catching LeBron. I mean, Kevin Durant is 12,000 points behind, and Steph Curry needs another 16,000. And even if they average 30 points per game for the next 5 seasons, they'd still be short of LeBron's record. And the younger stars, like Luka or Jason Tatum and Giannis, they're even further away, which means they'd have to outperform their career averages for the next decade plus to even come close. So yeah, the King has the most.
And also not miss games. That is very important. LeBron was able to play so many games.
Unbreakable records of them all. That's crazy.
To be fair, I think it's going to be I think the all-time scoring record is going to be broken in future. The one that will actually never be broken, that will never be broken, is that 10 points for the number of straight games that LeBron has had. I don't know, over 1,000 or something like that. I think the second person is Jordan with 400 and something. I mean, the gap is just so much. I think that one is actually more difficult, because sometimes a player could, and LeBron almost lost it because he got injured, but he stayed in the game and hit a 3-pointer. I can remember that game very, very vividly. Stayed in the game, hit a 3-pointer to get himself to 10 points before he left. So it can happen. Sometimes a player can get injured when he has not reached 10 points for the game. So it's something that is almost impossible for it to happen, almost. First of all, because LeBron has always been a very fit guy, has never been the type to get injured. And even when it was very close and he was injured, he stayed and his 10 points. The guy is just crazy. He knew it. He knew he could not leave. He had 7 points. And he was injured. Serious injury. I don't know whether I can find the clip to put it here. Serious injury. Some of you guys that follow the NBA, I'm sure you know about that particular incident. Serious injury. LeBron stayed in the game and hit a 3-pointer. Just like in the next couple of seconds or so. That is crazy. And immediately he hit it, he just walked out. He didn't even wait for the coach to sub him out. He just walked out. It's crazy, man. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.